What's up, everyone? Kevin Oak here. Just want to quickly talk about how things have been going in this post low bar squat era, which is kind of how I refer to it because of how my body feels and just how everything's been going. But a couple months ago, after the US Open, so the US Open was April 15th. Since then, I stopped doing low bar. Low bar was wrecking my shoulders. It made my bench press go down at least 20 pounds. Progress had been completely stalled in bench press. Squat wasn't up all that much, and I was just getting a ton of injuries from doing low bar, where it was affecting my lower back, my shoulders. I was getting a ton of other residual injuries that were starting to get bigger and bigger and bigger. I knew it was getting worse, not better. So I switched back to high bar, which I did the majority of the time I've been squatting. I've been squatting since I was like 17 or 18. I didn't switch to low bar till I was 29. So for like 12 years in there, I did high bar. I tried low bar for a year. And I don't regret it necessarily, because I did it mostly because I remember when Eric Lillybridge switched to low bar from high bar, his squat went up like 100 pounds when he did it. His body weight was also up. Obviously, he was young. There's other variables, but there was definitely that potential for it to help my squat a lot. So, yeah. I'm not upset that I tried it, but I gave it a legitimate go for over a year. It didn't work out, so I switched back. Since I've switched back, I'm hitting PRs on all three lifts. Everything is up. On squats, I'm basically up 1 rep at every weight, right? So before, at 740 pounds, right, I can hit it for 3 reps, now I can hit it for 4. At 771, and this isn't sleeves I'm talking about, at 771, I used to be able to hit it for a double, now I can hit it for a triple. 800, I used to be able to hit for a single, now I can hit it for a double. And I could probably hit, I'm guessing, around 830 to 840 for a single. So, that's better. That's number one, right? Bench press, before I started low bar, my competition PR was 518. My training PR was like 512, I believe. Because most of the time I would bench heavier in comp for whatever reason. I'd be recovered better and I would lift better on the platform. So yeah, my training PR was 512. Other day I hit 530, and it was probably the easiest bench like 1 rep max I've hit in I don't even know how long, probably maybe ever. Honestly, it moves very well. I know I had at least 10 more pounds in me, maybe 20. So I know I could have hit 540, and these were paused. I usually go touch and go in training until this training cycle. So bench is way up, squats are up, deadlifts are up. With deadlifts, before this training cycle, my 1 rep max was 801. This training cycle so far, I hit 804 for a double, and I've hit 815. So, bottom line, in the post low bar, whatever era, we'll say, things are looking very fucking good. So, right now I'm 4 weeks out from Boss of Bosses. This week I was trying to deload a little bit on squats, so I hit SSB front squats. I worked up to a single, but not an all-out single. We already talked about bench press so far. Hit 530 for a new 1 rep max. Pause. That's an 18-pound training PR. So things are feeling very fucking good. We're 4 weeks out. I was actually going to attempt to switch back to knee wraps for squats this week, but because I'm deloading this week on squats, I didn't want to go heavy on squats this week, so I would have, for me to have done knee wraps for his competition, I would have had to go semi-heavy in knee wraps this week. So I'm switching my mind again. It looks like I'm staying in knee sleeves. So 4 Boss of Bosses, I'm going 242 with knee sleeves, not knee wraps. Goals, I definitely want to try to hit an 830 squat. That's a definite goal. It would be awesome if I can hit that. All of my rep PRs are indicating that I can. Obviously, I still have to actually do it, but everything's looking like I can. My rep PRs are indicating I could probably hit about 840. I'd likely be going for 830, maybe 815 on a second attempt, then 830 on a third attempt. Bench press is looking like I'm probably going to hit around 540, hopefully. And deadlifts, I should be able to hit somewhere around like 810 to 825. So I'm feeling good. Training is going well. The focus this month is going to be on recovery. Strength is definitely there. I've already hit most of these numbers, or at least hit rep PRs equivalent. So this month I just gotta try to recover. I gotta try to stay on issues that I know I always have in the end, like glute issues, lower back issues. I gotta just stay on top of it. I'm seeing David, my PT. You guys know David Joe. I'm seeing him every week to just stay on top of everything, making sure I'm eating enough, making sure I'm sleeping enough. So yeah, everything's good with that. Also, everyone knows I do coaching. I'm putting out. I'm probably gonna post it later on Instagram, but just some marketing stuff about how I train, I guess. I don't really talk much about it for whatever reason. So just to kind of explain how I train, for the most part, it's either 3 or 4 days. I usually start from main lift, so that's squat, bench, deadlift, or overhead press. That's what I usually start with. I put a lot of energy and effort into that. Obviously, my focus is on powerlifting. I'm a powerlifter. I compete at the highest level of powerlifting. So that's where my focus is. But also, obviously, I have a pretty good physique as well. Not to toot my own horn or like pat myself on the back, whatever. But right now I'm sitting right around like 260. I still have abs, big shoulders, wide back. So I just want to kind of put out more stuff there, just showing how you can train to be strong, but not look like a slob, obviously. Like, you can still go on the beach, you can still have fun, you can still look good with a shirt off. So just to get back into it, I usually start with one of the main lists, like I said, squat, bench, deadlift, or overhead press. After that, I do hypertrophy work. So there's a lot of accessory work where I go into it training more like a bodybuilder. So that's kind of how I'm able to still maintain like bigger shoulders, a wider back. I don't have that stereotypical powerlifting physique. I almost look more like a bodybuilder than a powerlifter. But if anyone wants info on my coaching for that, just email growoakstrong@gmail.com. The info should be below. And yeah, that is all. Until next time, I'll see you guys.